What's going on, guys? Trading with Tyler here. Hope you guys are having a good day. A lot of market volatility. Um, Bitcoin currently trading at 59,308. Um, Thought I'd give a little bit of educational tips kind of video today, and how to be more efficient with your time spent charting, and how to essentially not spend 10 minutes charting out an asset only to find out there's not really a setup nearby. So with that said, let's go and switch over to my blue list, which are the Bybit altcoins list. And we are, of course, in a bull market here. So I'm going to switch over to, I like to be looking for longs at these bottoms here. And essentially, look at that GPT, USDT, another pair that Bybit dropped right there. It looks as if, yeah, interesting. Yeah, so you got to Bybit always, and matter of fact, this GPT asset, um, I believe it's on its historical chart is on Bybit as well. Let's see. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, well, that's off the list then. But I wanted to show you guys how. So I'm looking for longs here, right? And so my whole goal of this is just to be able to show you like how you don't want to be spending like a wasted time on charting out assets. You want to be as efficient as possible. And so how I feel like, and I can also show you, you can add another confluence to um, you know, to your trading setups. And what easier way than just naked point of controls? So I'm not going to dive into too deep what they are. Maybe take a look at some of my other YouTube videos. But real simple. What gives us confidence in a trade? Really and truly, it's just confluences. The more tools, indicators, and stuff that we use, be it TradingView, be it EXOCharts, ATOS, whatever software you use, the more things that align and show us that a level is a strong resistance or a strong support, that's what we're looking for. And EXOCharts is in these naked point controls, it's really easy to add multiple. So if I have like a trading setup that I find that is like, um, we just have a value area low with a Fibonacci fan at the 618, all just let's say three confluences. Would you rather have find that setup, or would you rather have? Sorry, that looks kind of bright. Sorry. Or would you much rather have a setup that's we have three naked point of controls. We have a daily. We have a 618. We have a value area low. We have it's also previous day low, etc. Now we're looking at seven confluences. So just to give you guys an example here. So be it that it's a bull market, my first step is I like to go to what's down the most for the day. Okay. And so what I do is I just go right here. I filter out this, and so BGX. So this is the daily naked point of controls. This is the weekly. This is the monthly here. Okay. All we do now, this is not going to be as fast for you guys. So what you're going to do is spend time to go through and put these all into your computers. I believe it's pronounced cache or cache, whatever. So BGX, right? I'm going to start loading these. And now mine's going to load very fast because I've spent the time to get all these loaded. Now, this is Voyager, I believe. So MPOC up to the upside right here at 12,701. It's a daily. Do we have any ones? So this one was essentially tapped, this weekly one. And this monthly was essentially tapped. So really, no gophering right there, even though it just rallied up. So ICP's next, because you can go down this list and chart these out with your horizontals one by one. And then, but ultimately, I found myself so many times where I get done with it and I'm like, well, that setup is so far away. What's happening in this now moment? That's probably better. Here's going to be ICP. Like I said, I'm going to take a second to show this altcoin historical chart here. Okay. To trade these altcoins successfully, really, at least to my knowledge, I've went through the internet and everything before. Um, like, we had this done about 80 hours worth of work this took. Um, And so, if you want this, you have to subscribe and join the Telegram group. You know, ultimately, this is going to be pinned here. But these are all the historicals for the altcoins right here. This is all on Bybit. It also gives you where the Bitcoin pairs are as well. A lot of time was put in place on this, but if you're just trying to find the historicals for all these altcoins yourself, you're looking at roughly around 80 to 90 hours worth of work. So we have this here in the group as well. So back to this. Sorry, that was just completely long-winded, but I just wanted to show you what we have available there. Like I said, the group is not a paid-for group. It's a free group. It's just a community trying to build a fellowship of traders. All right. So let's get out of this and back on with it here. So this is the workspace, but really we don't need this order flow for now. Okay. Let's go back to ICP. Really, we don't need these TPOs here. We just want monthly, weekly, and daily naked point control showing up here. Okay. Back to ICP. And I do apologize. Thanks for sticking it out and hanging with us here while I showed you guys all this. But I promise you I'm going to maximize and optimize your time spent charting. Less time charting, more time trading. Okay, so good news. ICP right here on this weekly. We have this weekly naked point of control at 11.97, okay? So if we're looking at ICP here, what price is, that is 10% away roughly. Okay, now I'm not going to go into the details of, I'll do one and show how it's not, just because we have a naked point of control doesn't mean that I don't do all the other TA with it. All this is showing is that these are great confluences here, and especially what I'm about to show you, like down here. So you see how this is green? I'm pointing it right there. This I had initially thought these were for the candles here, and but these actually do notate. Let's see, this is on April 30th on the monthly. Let's switch over here. So just to show you, March, April, right there. So you see how this candle is, so it's red right there on, this is January 31st, sorry. January 31st, which will be right there. Okay, so see how this candle, this monthly candle is red like this, okay? Well, January. And so it's showing that it's just a neutral kind of territory there, right? Well, the greener this is down here, these are your point of controls. That's the actual number. It just makes it easier and having to zoom into this level. We're only focused on the naked, so zooming in on this naked point of control right here. See how this is a white? This means it's kind of neutral, not really a whole lot of volume to it, but just one candle over. This is a darker yellow. That's actually a lot of sell pressure on that. Okay, so what we like to really see is really, really more yellow or more green. Okay. So for this instance right here, we have this on ICP. This is actually a nice little yellow. Okay. Because in the past, trading some of these naked point of controls, I just want to tell you, they don't all, they're not all like respected and all that. And I do like to focus on the ones that are just like the stronger ones. Okay. So I do see that ICP one is right there, and that is going to come in. It's close, 11.97. So all things aside, what I do here is I'm going to just mark this 11 point, what did I say, 97 W and POC. Mark that there. It's funny that it all actually looks like it's already gone there. When it's this close, really, you know, it's weekly and hasn't been tapped. We can might as well just have that set up going with it. So my go-to after that is to essentially go on with my TA. I guess I might as well do it since it's just right there. See if I can find a look how beautiful, 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 beautiful. I'll show the pulls right there from that swing low at the bottom to this high. We have this perfect CC there. And man, actually, it's just missed that right there. You see, it has already actually hit and came back above right there. Still untested though, essentially. Because really it's a bit lower, but I would almost assume that would be. Hmm. No, for that we'll actually go ahead and keep that right there. I just like this previous range right here. Yep, I like that because we have this range here. This is a range on its own up higher. This is its own thing right there. So I like using this previous, somewhat subjective range, but that's how these altcoins I use them. So this is on the daily here. You know, I bet if I go down in tick size, I can still see it. Let's see. Hold on. Oh, I'm at 1 there. Nope. So it looks like just a 1. It's still an extra confluence there. So 1, 2, 3, 3 solid confluences. Yeah. So let's mark the alert when price gets there. I like to generally go down to that. Like I said, none of this is financial. We would be looking for a bounce at that level though. And just this is all subjective, just right there. I'm just setting this up in place. That's not an actual position or anything like that. But yeah, I like to take from where the level is, go down to the level, mark halfway point. So I set my alert right there. Give myself about 5% for it to go down for me to open up um, the order flow of that at the time. Let's move on. We spent enough time on that one. So next, it just happened that ICP was actually already there. So Steam or ATA, you know. Put this tick size back at nothing really nearby there. Nope. See, boom, I'm out. I'm gone. Next, core. And you know, this is just a faster approach for me. I've just it's about 5, 6, closing in on 6 years now. And the old way of just me going essentially here and mashing the spacebar. Next, next, next. Now I want to disclaim this, and this is very important. Just because we find, um, just because we find some MPOCs that are close by, and we happen to find a setup, everything is all within context. It's all about market structure in the context of where this asset is on stock, coin, whatever it is. Specifically, though, market structure is everything, and we're not just blindly Oh, there's MPOCs nearby. If I find an MPOC that's nearby, I'm like, okay, it's nearby. Cool. Open up TradingView. If I don't like the way that looks, I analyze it for a second. Take as long as you want. Market structure's not intact, whatever it is. You don't like it, move on. Okay? I'm just letting you guys know. Don't take everything I do as like gospel. Like, this is just a way of moving down, moving along. With your setups. Because I can't tell you how many times I've gone through like and just did my horizontals, did my you know volume profiles, all that. In 10 minutes in, I'm done. I'm like, well, unfortunately, this setup won't be there for another year or so. It's about 60% away, which is totally fine. We're looking for the best, strongest setups. But if there's strong ones nearby that we can take and there's opportunities, that's what we need to be taking. So this kind of just helps us identify. Also gives us added confluences. Nothing like seeing a naked point of control on a daily, weekly, and a monthly. Now you have three confluences. You can add on top of a CC. You can add on top of a fib level, volume profile. Now you have five confluences. Now it expands. Like I said, the more tools and stuff you have, this can only help you. Trust me, mashing this space bar like such, going and doing this is. I feel like this will be much better. Let's continue on though. We'll just do a couple more. I don't want to keep this too long. So we are on core here. Okay, so core is. So once I do like the ones that are down the most for the day. I'll go in. So this is a new day though here. So let's see. Daily. So that's pretty close by right there. Here, core. And so what's this at? How about that? Lost the mic there for a second. All right. So I'm really looking. Let's see. Oh, this monthly right overhead right here. Very nice. Very nice. Let's see. And just like I like, see how this is our monthly point of control right here, and it's a nice green. That means that's a lot of buy right there. Okay, and that's what we want to see. Um, Either a nice green or a nice yellow, showing either a lot of sales came in at that for that to retrace down, or a lot of buys came in for a retrace. I'm not so much interested in like the dull, just white ones, whatever they could be. I mean, you can use them. I've just found in the past it's best to have like these dark, rich green ones here. That's a lot of volume to come in, or just for that POC essentially. So 2.325 looks like it's to be pretty damn close. So I'll just start core over fresh. 2.325. Okay. Monthly naked point of control. All right. May as well see what we have here. But essentially, where price is, I like to measure up to it. It's about 15% away. I will measure that, and I use about the halfway point over here, this middle point. And for this instance, I'll go just a little bit lower if we see, but right there, I want this alert to go off because I'm not even going to do the TA on that right there. I just want to build like a list of a couple of these, and then I go and revisit my alerts and see, okay, let's finish the TA on that when I'm done with this session. Okay, so back to that. So that was the one at 2.325. And so we also have point there. And this is 2.2725 overhead. Let's see if we go down with the tick size. Two point 2.2621. Uh, let's see. Let's go down this. Yeah, so we need to go. This is a little too high for right there. Let's see, 2.32. Okay, so just a monthly there for right now for interest. At least as far as I'm seeing with the green of that candle right there. All right, so lever. Just let's just go to. Did we do ATA already? I'm not sure. Um, so let's go. So we did a bunch of these. We're looking for longs, right? I mean specifically, but I like to switch over and do the other side as well. Let's take some of these ones that up real high. See if there's any resistance or any. Like I said, normally I don't know if I've ever done Zeta. Yeah. So these are pulling up relatively fast just because I have these in my computer's cache. Um, so boom, that's out the question for me. Really no MPOCs, even though there might be a setup. Plain as day. I'm just hey, you want to pull a little cup and handle on. This is high. Sorry. Yeah, let's go to high right quick. I don't know if I've ever done this one. This should pull up. Sure about the time it takes to pull up. So it's worth it to go through these, even if you're just charting on TradingView. It really is worth it to just let these load. That way, they just load like much faster. All right, so you'll get a little chance to see how long it takes. Because I like to get the entire range of history on this. But while we're waiting on this, I'm kind of interested. Just looking at this for 1 second. Excuse me, I'm sorry. All right, so very nice. Okay, so this will be cool to a little bit of educational cup and handle right here, and it's good that we have this little bit of a tilt to it here. Okay, so we have this is a cup line. All right, basically the move is you want to take the measure move, quote unquote, how textbook people like to look at this. And I'm not a patterns trader, but I do know all the insides and outs of them as I used to be before, the wonderful people at Chart Champions changed my life. So here we can have some people like to go for the very low the wick and measure up. I like to be conservative and just go from the top of the candle, and I'd rather be safe than sorry. So if we have this as the low, may as well just take it from like a midpoint right here. Why not? It doesn't really matter. They don't always play out like you want them to be anyways. What we'll do though there is just Control C, Control V, copy and paste that. You can kind of see the what the measure move would be. And actually, mosquito, and I got his ass. That's right. That's real talk. So if we're looking at, see how long it's still taking? Yeah, that's why in between trading view, I'm clicking on these coins and adding them to because it does take a while. At least the time period I have them enabled for. All right, so a little bit about this cup and handle here. So we did have high, high, made this nice rounded bottom, came back up, and actually this could be the handle right there, and especially it's going to look even more prominent here on the lower on a lower time frame. Just to tell you, and that really is a really nice textbook. Really, if it went down just a little bit more, which we can make it, it'll probably be looking that way here, especially the lower candles I get. Yeah, I just wish what I did like to see in the past is just a little bit more down. What is nice is that sweet little textbook wise, right? Um, but essentially, with a close above this and confirmation, and we do want to see or volume confirmation. So I don't normally keep my volume down here, but a cool thing. I'm just throwing this all in here at once. So keep up with me. These are new volume candles right here. TradingView is beta testing, but they are really sweet. Let me show you what they do on any time frame you have them on. The wider these candles get, the more volume that's in them. Okay, so instead of having something like your indicator, um, you just want to supplement this with your charting, right? Um, Oh, I didn't even realize even down here for this indicator it has the wide, it makes them wide. That's really cool. No, that's new to me. So basically this cup and handle pattern, we if we keep coming back up right here and see how it's done here, and we come back up and we're going to ultimately test this cup line and quote unquote overflows. If we see this come through here and we see like crazy, where'd they go? There. If we see something crazy, like say this crazy green, and it's good that we see before it gets there. You want to take a measure of what your candles look like and what is considered crazy breakouts volume on the candles. So like right here, the highest candle we see is right here. This green, that's really something. Something like this. It's, I mean, you know, it's got to be comparative. But what's cool about this new volume candles that they're beta testing, and I've been testing them myself. It's nice. They work well for new people working with Fibonacci's. They show you where a good impulsive candle fib pull spot is. Um, but if we see like crazy green candle come up and it turns mega white with these candles on, me personally, I would be looking at order flow uh, to see buyers coming in and more in depth of a market. But that essentially could be a long. But I personally don't really. I don't trade the breakouts of these covered handles unless I see a back test of it. So I'm just not going to buy the. I'm not going to buy the top of something. This is longing these breakouts and shorting these bottoms. It's the same thing as buying the top and selling the bottom. I really like to 90% of the time be on the other side of that. I want to be buying support and shorting resistances. But if we do have a breakout of that, I just realized this microphone has been off this whole time. Ooh, there's no telling. There's no telling. Probably from this is probably from where it turned on. Where did this turn off at? While I was explaining this, we're gonna recap this very quickly. Cup and handle pattern. How I trade this. If price comes back through here, always something. Well, I'm taking this. Okay. I don't personally look to take these breakout trades. I don't like longing the tops of this. I like 90% of my trades are going to be most of the time. I'm going to be buying supports and shorting resistances. But if we break out through here and we back test this neckline, and I see bullish order flow coming in, or I see these volume candles coming in right here at the low, and I don't know how far back the microphone went off, so go through this again. These are new volume candles right here. Trading view is introduced. And basically, the wider they are, the more volume is. And so this is a lot of buy volume there, or it just ultimately closed. It closed, so really doesn't still tell you, um, like what. It just shows you what it closed as, and there's a lot of volume. Okay, so beautiful textbook wise, of cupping handle pattern. So we set our alert there. But moving on, really discouraged from the headset turning off and realizing this red button was on mute. So that said, I'm not gonna let it kill our vibe. We're just gonna go ahead and finish with this. And I went into a lot just to show, but I just find it's nice going down, and instead of doing like such like it used to, here's the old method. Horizontals first. Okay, so here's our horizontals. Let's go ahead and see how long this takes me here. Ready? Here we go. Yearly. Biannual level here. No biannual level. Switch back over to his normal volume candles. Yep. No untapped lease. Quarterly level here. No other quarterlies. Monthly. Boom. Monthly. Monthly there. Here as well with the quarterly. Go to weeklies. There's a weekly. So I'm not even going to go down to the daily. I'm just trying to show you the amount of time that can be wasted here. Okay, now let's go ahead and pull some. Take a look at volume profile at a global volume. Okay, 2142, blah, blah, blah. Okay, cool. Let's take a look at some fibs. Do we have any kind of support coming down here? Okay. I'm already going to be using EXOCharts as a confluence for MPOCs for assets that I use. It's a no-brainer. It's an easy confluence to have if it's there. So I said I just type in iota. Oh, this is going to take a long time. 858 days. Yeah, this was on the cache. But imagine if this went right up to it. Kind of like, check this. Just say this was Bitcoin Cash, why don't you? Imagine this is BCH. Imagine this right here was BCH that we just charted out, all right? And then we go here and be like, okay, what do we have nearby? Oh yeah, are we interested? Oh yeah, there's an MPOC there. Yeah, that's pretty close. Oh, right there. Oh, definitely one right at it. Yep. Okay, let's do it. Instead, I'm not sure if there's any confluence with any of these. And like I said, we used to call it. I want to make this last bit as a joke, whatever. And this is kind of a going joke in the group, but I've just nicknamed these MPOCs the king of confluence. And you'll see here in this workspace. Probably shouldn't say it. It doesn't matter. It don't matter. So you'll see this says this says 3-month KOC, the 3-month cock, uh, the king of confluence is what I've labeled it. And so yeah, we love the cocker on. Okay, family friendly, you know. But yeah, these MPOCs are easy. But when this first came onto the scene with these altcoins on EXOCharts Desktop, they were hidden, son. Hidden. So, but I'm going to shut the video off here because I'm not sure how much of some was missed with this headset being shut off. And until next time. And yeah, we'll go ahead and just snap these in half. Yeah, we're not going to do that, but jokes. Hey, peace and love. And hope you stay for the whole thing. Less charting, more trading. Trade the charts. Trade with Tyler. I'm out.